If lately you've been feeling tense, mentally overloaded, or as if your body no longer responds the way it used to, I want you to know you're not alone. Many people come to my office looking for a simple and realistic way to feel well again. And something that always surprises them is how a tool as powerful as dancing can create a deep change, even if you have no experience or perfect mobility. Today I want to show you how moving with music can help you regain emotional balance, mental clarity, and energy, something so many people our age need and long for. I am Dr. Gabriel Mina, and over the years I have seen how movement becomes a true ally for well-being. I remember Marta, a patient just over 60, who told me she felt disconnected and unmotivated. I suggested that each afternoon she let herself be carried away by a song she enjoyed. After a few weeks, she told me that something inside her had awakened. She slept better, felt lighter, and above all, more present. It wasn't magic. It was dance activating her brain. Welcome to your channel Wellbeing at My Age. Here we talk about integral health, longevity, and natural and simple habits that help you maintain your physical, mental, and emotional balance. So take notes and share this with your family and friends to help them improve their health. Let's begin. You may not realize it, but every time you move to the rhythm of a melody, your brain joins you. When you respond to music, neurons begin to coordinate as if they were following the same beat. Dancing is not just moving your feet or your hands, it is opening a dialogue between what you feel, what you think, and what your body needs to release. Science supports this. Moving with music doesn't erase your problems, but it brings you back to yourself. It brings you into the present moment. It helps you reconnect with life. Each step creates a small shift inside the brain. Each turn refocuses your attention. Every breath aligned with the rhythm awakens areas that were dormant. Movement reminds the body of its own intelligence, something we often forget. For a long time, people believed that thinking happened only in the head. Today we know that thought is also expressed through the body. Every gesture sends information to the nervous system, as if an orchestra were beginning to play. The areas responsible for balance, memory, emotion, and creativity start working together, and from that harmony emerges the sense of well-being so many people feel after dancing. Dancing activates regions of the brain such as the cerebellum, thalamus, and hippocampus, all essential for attention, coordination, and memory. With every movement, the brain reorganizes itself. That is why people who dance frequently develop greater mental flexibility, adapt more easily, and recover emotional stability more quickly. The body doesn't move only because of the music, it moves to release what it carries inside. When you dance, you also allow stored emotions to find a way out. Sadness, frustration, or fear stop being trapped. Movement gives them a path to transform. That is why so many people feel deep calm after dancing, a serenity that can be hard to describe in words. If this content is helping you, I invite you to subscribe, activate the notification bell, and share this video with someone who may need it. Here at Wellbeing at My Age, you will find practical tools every day to improve your health and enhance your quality of life. When you reach a point where your mind feels overloaded and your body feels tense, dance can become a doorway back to balance. Neuroscience calls this body coherence, that moment when your breath, emotions, and movements begin to align. When this happens, the nervous system calms down, the heart adjusts its rhythm, and the mind stops fighting itself. It's not that the pain disappears, it's that you regain trust in your own body. As a doctor, I have seen this many times. I remember a patient who came in with constant anxiety and a sense of overwhelm she couldn't explain. She didn't want medication, she simply wanted to feel at peace again. Her only consistent activity was dancing a few minutes every afternoon. Before long, her breathing became steadier, she slept better, and she said she could finally listen to what her body was asking for. This is precisely what conscious movement does. It helps you find yourself again. And I want to take a moment to thank those who have been with me from the beginning. The first members of this community have supported this project with a warmth that truly moves me. They haven't only helped the channel grow, they've made it possible for us to continue creating a space where we can learn, reflect, and take care of ourselves. Every word I share is infused with the gratitude I feel for you. This journey is built together with mind, body, and spirit. I want you to remember something important. Rhythm doesn't live only in music, it lives inside you. Your heart beats with its own pattern, your lungs follow their own pace, and your neurons communicate like a small orchestra. When you dance, all those inner rhythms begin to coordinate. Your brain adjusts to the movement, and your body responds to that new harmony. Brain waves shift, and with that shift, your entire way of feeling begins to change. If you have been struggling to find calm lately, if your mind seems to move faster than your body and your worries follow you throughout the day, I want you to know that dancing can help you recover that balance you feel you lost long ago. When you move with music, the brain waves associated with distress decrease, and those that generate serenity, creativity, and mental clarity increase. It is as if your body becomes a natural laboratory where the nervous system finds its own balance. Music also reaches deep areas of the brain. It activates the limbic system, the place where the most intense emotions are processed. That is why a melody can awaken memories you thought were forgotten or bring tears without an obvious explanation. Music opens internal doors that the mind had closed. Neuroscience studies show something fascinating. When you dance, a region called the nucleus accumbens lights up, a structure related to pleasure, motivation, and hope. It is the same circuit activated when you experience affection. That is why dancing is not escaping from problems. It is a way of repairing yourself from within. And I have confirmed this in my practice. A few months ago, I treated a man who had spent years feeling unmotivated and without energy. Nothing seemed to inspire him. One day, he started dancing for a few minutes after work. He told me that at first it felt silly, but after a few days he noticed his mood shifting. He no longer felt trapped in the same emotional routine. That small daily moment became his way of reconnecting with himself. Rhythm has the ability to bring order where there was confusion. Music organizes what stress had disorganized, and the body responds gratefully, remembering what it feels like to be alive. When you dance, you cannot stay in the past or jump ahead to the future. Dance forces you to inhabit the present, to feel your breath, your steps, and that moment that belongs to you. In that space, something deeply healing happens. You return to yourself. If lately you feel that your mind does not rest, that you keep circling the same thoughts, and peace feels distant, I want you to know that dancing can bring you back to the present with a strength few practices offer. When you place your attention on your body and your breath while you move, the brain areas responsible for worry begin to shut down, and other, more stable and conscious regions take control. The mind stops repeating the same patterns, and the emotional system finds a point of balance. Dancing is a simple way to meditate without staying still. It is a way of creating internal silence while the body expresses itself. And when you let go of the need to control everything, a deep sensation of relief appears. The body becomes an anchor, and the present becomes a safe space where you can rest. Every step you take brings you back to yourself. In the studies I have reviewed, and in my medical experience, I see this phenomenon again and again. Neurons that were acting in a scattered way begin to coordinate, as if they remembered that they function better when they work together. That internal harmony allows thought to free itself from accumulated tension. I also confirmed this in consultation. I treated a woman who had spent months feeling trapped in her own mind. She told me she could not stop worrying about everything. I suggested trying a few minutes of gentle dancing each afternoon, without pressure, simply moving in whatever way she could. After a few weeks, she told me it was the first time in a long while that she felt a mental breath, a small window of calm in the middle of her days. Dancing has this ability. It frees the body and, at the same time, liberates the mind, allowing you to reconnect with who you are when you are not burdened by tension. When your mind feels full of pressure, when your thoughts become tangled and clarity fades, your body can become a direct path back to calm. Not everything is resolved by understanding or analyzing. Some things begin to heal when you give yourself permission to move. Dancing is a simple and profound way to reconnect with yourself, even on difficult days. As the body activates, the soul breathes, the mind reorganizes, and the brain finds its balance again. Neuroscience confirms it. Moving with rhythm truly generates health. Each step awakens hope, and each small turn strengthens your memory and stabilizes your nervous system. That is why when you feel low, when your mood drops or stress takes over, let your body speak. Do not overthink it. Just move a little. This. Because in that simple act, you also remember something essential. You are still alive, and your life has enormous value. As a doctor, I have seen this time and again. I remember a patient overwhelmed by anxiety. She had tried many things without lasting results. One day, I suggested something different. Move with music for 20 minutes a day without rules or technique, just moving however she could. In a few weeks, her expression changed. She told me that every time she danced, she felt she recovered a small piece of herself. That simple habit restored her vitality, focus, and spirit. And the same can happen to you. Before I go, I want to sincerely invite you to subscribe, share this message, and activate the notification bell. Here we upload new videos every day, and I would truly love for you to continue joining me on this journey to care for your health in a simple and practical way. Also tell me in the comments when was the last time you danced just to feel alive. Your experience may encourage others. And one more thing. I invite you to take a brief moment to thank God for life, for the strength that sustains you, and for the opportunity to learn each day how to care for your health. Gratitude opens the heart and also heals. On this channel, Well-Being at My Age, we are deeply happy to accompany you and support you in improving your habits and your well-being. Tomorrow we will have a new video created with the same dedication, and it will be a pleasure to have you return so we can continue growing together. Here you will always find clear, practical, and valuable information, because your health and your peace of mind truly matter to us.